We're heading to Iquitos, Peru to start an Amazon adventure, but we're getting much, much more than we bargained for. Our plane can't land in this storm. Our boat won't start. This mattress is disgusting. Is it even safe to eat here? That sloth is so adorable. Iquitos, Peru is the largest city in the world that isn't on an island and isn't accessible by any road. And it's also the gateway to the Amazon jungle. We came here because we're looking for a rustic jungle experience far away from the usual tourist crowds, but we may have bit off more than we planned. Our landing into Iquitos should have been our first clue of what we were getting ourselves into.
Our landing in Iquitos is proving to be a little bit of an adventure. We've passed the airport a couple of times and circling around, and we're flying around 1,1200 meters above sea level in the clouds, and they must be flying by instrument because we can't see anything. We just hit a little bit of turbulence. Crowd went wild. Let's hope that this goes okay.
Hopefully we get to land soon.
Yes. The pilot just announced that we're landing, and we're right over Iquitos. I feel like that's the I feel like we just went over the runway, but maybe there's somewhere else. We made it. The runway that I saw us go over was a different airport. So, we're good.
We've safely arrived in Iquitos, but we've been given this rather strange room with extremely high ceilings and a very large bathroom with some kind of very aromatic incense burning just outside in the courtyard. Good thing we brought our own smoke detector. Let's begin our full day of travel from Iquitos to deep into the Amazon jungle. Our trip starts with a 5 a.m. bus ride that takes us on a 2-hour ride from Iquitos to the very end of the road at the village of Nauta. To get to the pier, we take our very first ever ride on a motocarro. It was a bit scary, but kind of fun.
We just did the 2-hour bus ride from Iquitos to Nauta. There's only one road out of Iquitos and only one road into Nauta, and that's the road we took. And now we're just waiting for our boat. I don't think there's going to be seats together.
The drivers seem to be having a bit of trouble getting our boat started. They're talking about a battery issue. A replacement battery has arrived, but it doesn't seem to be helping. They can't seem to fix the problem, so they've decided to drive the boat with just one motor instead of two. So the trip that would normally take 2 hours will take us almost 5 hours. At least we get sandwiches. That was a really long ride, but we finally made it to the Amazon village of Iquitos, where we can take a quick break before getting on the next leg of our trip.
We just had a quick stop in Iquitos, and now we are on the third leg of our trip. It is not at all cold here. In fact, it's very hot, but I put this on for a little bit of sun protection.
Our boat is a small 6-seater, and it's pretty tight. This boat isn't super comfortable, but at least the views are making up for it. This isn't totally what we were expecting.
We wanted a rustic jungle experience that's off the beaten tourist track, and we definitely got that. We also got a lodge in a state of disrepair that's dirty and possibly dangerous.
There is a dirty mattress lying on its side, the bathrooms haven't been cleaned in a while, and our bed sheets are pretty dirty. The floorboards are also really thin. I really hope we don't fall through and break a leg.
Yeah, I don't even want to know how long it would take to get medical help out here.
What are we gonna do?
Well, we can't go back now. It's already 6.
Let's just spend the night and we'll see how we feel in the morning.
All right.
Fortunately, this isn't our first time traveling or our first time in the jungle, and so we know how to handle things.
It's super humid here, so we're keeping all of our clothes in our packs so that they don't get drenched from the humidity. And everything stays under the mosquito netting to keep the bugs away. Do we dare see what's for dinner?
Hopefully we don't get sick from the food and water.
At least the food looks pretty good.
Surprisingly, we got a good night's sleep, and now we're going to go out, do an early morning bird searching tour, possibly see some other wildlife too. Just after we finished breakfast, our guide called us over to the area just outside of our room and said there was a monkey here, a really unusual monkey, and I got to sit there and film it for a while. There's actually two of them, the male and the female, and they're saki monkeys. We're gonna go out this morning for a second time, but on this boat instead of just a little one, and you can see there's some nice big foam blocks to sit on.
Be ready, be ready, be ready.
We just finished a day on the water. We did 3 trips out and we got to see tons of animals.
Here's what we saw in the jungle. Cute little squirrel monkeys, colorful toucans and their beautiful beaks, saki monkeys hanging out in the tree, pink river dolphins playing in the water, sloths swinging slowly from the branches, an iguana relaxing on a branch, green kingfishers, adorable tamarin monkeys, black caracara birds, majestic herons watching over the jungle, a family of titi monkeys playing together, the strange-looking Hudson bird, a coati hiding from us behind the leaves, a friendly stick bug, tiny bats camouflaged on a tree, gray dolphins swimming by us, and red uakari monkeys. Wow, that was so much better than I thought. The accommodations aren't great, but the animals are totally making up for it.
So, do you think we should stay?
Yeah, let's just do it.
Let's try not to catch any waterborne illnesses while we're here, though.
We did just run into a technical issue we weren't expecting, though.
Yesterday afternoon when we got back from the river, my phone got a little bit wet because it was in my pocket and it was a lot of rain. When I tried charging it when we got back, because it was low on power, I couldn't because it kept reporting that there was moisture in the USB port. I tried letting it dry out, but it's really damp here, really humid, and it didn't do anything. So I put a bit of a cotton swab around it and put it in a bag and left it overnight with it turned off. And then this morning when I turned it on, it was fine.
Today our guides have a new plan for us. We're going to a different spot on the river and we're hoping to spot some new animals.
We've seen a lot, but we haven't been out on a jungle walk to look for snakes or been out at night to see the caimans yet.
Don't let my outfit fool you. It is quite warm here. I am just trying to stay protected from the mosquitoes and the sunshine, which might come out later today.
Will we find the elusive anaconda?
I help look for the anacondas, but I feel like me looking is like a 3-year-old looking for Waldo.
Gotta look out for snakes when we're walking.
Well, we may not have seen an anaconda yet, but we did spot this very long Aphaninga snake.
I have no idea where the ledges are and where the dips are when I'm walking.
We also found a rubber tree which was once used by local people to make waterproof clothes, shoes, and other goods.
Tonight our guide wants to take us out after dinner to see the jungle in the dark. One thing we haven't seen yet is a caiman, so we're going out looking for its glowing red eyes. There it is. Uh-oh.
We're quite a ways up the river. We stopped the boat to take a look at a few things, and now we can't get the engine started again. Hopefully we get it started soon. Luckily we're upriver, not downriver, so the paddle home might not be as bad. Seems like we figured out the problem. We're out of gasoline. So we've tilted the gas tank so it's angled to give us more gas, so hopefully we can get back to camp.
And we're off again. Our Amazon jungle experience was definitely off the beaten track. We met a few families that live along the river, but otherwise we saw almost no one else for the 5 days we were in the jungle. It was just us and all the animals in the river, on the ground, and up in the trees. The accommodations we had may have been less than we expected, but the people were so nice and the wildlife was spectacular. Our trip back to Iquitos was fortunately less eventful than our trip out, and we left with so many adventurous memories of our time in this truly wild part of the world. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in our next travel adventure.